All right, PGN podcast, episode 70 dose. Um, we're here, Scumbag McGee, Enlightened, Satan's out in the building.
Yep.
So, first off, I want to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
Mother's
Well,
Day.
yeah, we'll probably end it off on that note too, but maybe we'll have a story at the end of the podcast about a funny story about our mothers or something. Um, Also, follow us on Twitter, PGN Pod.
Hmm.
We go live on Twitter too. So if you're watching this on Twitter, you already probably follow us on there. But again, PGN Pod on Twitter. YouTube, Bringing the Real is where we send these lives to. So you want to see the episode back, go to Bringing the Real TV on YouTube.
Yep.
And what is the TikTok? I forgot. I didn't look at it.
It's the same thing.
PGN
PGN
Pod.
Pod. Yep.
PGN
PGN
Pod.
Pod and Instagram PGN Pod, which a lot of you guys do
PGN
see
Pod.
the
Yeah.
reels and stuff like that.
Yeah, we get some traction on TikTok. Some of our topics, people commented on it. So
Oh,
make
I
sure you're
saw.
on the TikTok for our clips. PG and Instagram has our clips too. Twitter, everything. So check
Yep.
us out on there. Follow the gang. Spread the word. You know what I mean? We're getting more and more people in here on the live every week, which I
Yeah.
appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just keep spreading the word. Yeah. So how was your week, man?
Oh, the week was good. It was a little crazy, but I mean, it's high school, so like everyone's once it gets hot, that's when the teenagers start like acting up because it's like,
Yeah,
yo, I can go outside, I can go out to eat, I'm about to talk
yeah,
crazy to someone. That's when all the Instagram stuff happens, and
yeah.
you hear about like kids like, yo, I said fuck him. I'm like, wait, wait a minute, like, bro, y'all weren't doing this when it was cold. They're like, yeah, because we getting active now. I'm like,
The YNs with the ski mask
"Eh,
on.
bro, at least they're not wearing the ski mask anymore. I just wish they would stop wearing the hoodies inside because it's getting it was like 82. The hood's
Yeah,
on, and I'm like, bro, you not? Nah. All
and
right.
that's in what South Orange Maplewood.
Yes.
Kids be acting like send them to Irvington, bro, so they can
No,
find out how it's really like.
they wouldn't survive. They wouldn't survive. Not the way they act. Not the way they act.
Yeah. But yeah, my
What
week
about
was
you?
alright. Nice and chill as per usual. Went to the gym, worked. I became an uncle this week. My sister had her daughter.
Congrats.
Yeah, I was trying to see her for her first Mother's Day today in the morning, but she wasn't answering, probably sleeping. Newborn baby probably keeping her up all night.
Yeah, she needs a rest.
But I'll stop by later for her first Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was pretty much it, man. Nice chill
Man,
week. Listen,
yeah,
it's a quiet week and no drama. That's a successful week to me, man.
that's all you really need. I'm trying to tell these kids, I'm like, yo, y'all gonna get older, y'all gonna realize having peace is the way to go. My God. Yeah,
Yeah,
y'all.
yeah. When you're young, you want to be active. You're like, yo, what's up with the weekend? Where we going to drink at? Blah blah. I haven't gone out to drink, and bro, I say since Halloween.
Yeah.
Seriously, like I haven't. But hey, man, it's quiet that way, bro.
That's all
But
you
yeah,
need.
let's get into these topics.
All right. First topic. NBA playoffs have been a good one. The round two, you have the Knicks versus Boston. You have the Cavs versus the Pacers. You got OKC versus the Nuggets, and you got Warriors versus Timberwolves. Which ones you want to start with?
We'll start off with the Knicks and Boston. It's probably the longest one I'm going to be on.
Uh huh.
Pause. But yeah, man, first two games, man. You see me wilding the fuck out of Instagram, fucking jumping up and down with my friends and family, just acting like you won the fucking championship already. But it was just an exciting two games. But I'm very, I know what it is. You know what I mean? You gotta win four. You
Yep.
gotta win four. And I think the record the Celtics broke the first two games. They missed 75 threes. And we pulled out 1 point wins with that. So you missed the 75 threes and we're winning by one. That's looking like recipe for disaster. You know what I mean? So I'm realistic, and we just gotta know as Knicks that it's not us. It's the way the Celtics play. They're gonna shoot threes.
Yep.
They're gonna shoot 40 to 50 threes every game. If they're hitting 20 to 25 of them threes, they're beating every team in the NBA. I don't
That's
give a
very
fuck.
true.
You know what I'm
Very
saying? I don't
true.
give a fuck who you are. If a team hits 20 to 25 threes on you, no matter what team it is, you're getting
Done.
blown out.
Yep.
And that's the Celtics game plan. So basically, Joe Mazzulla told the GM, bro, we need all 3-point shooters. Drew Holiday shoots threes. Derek White shoots threes. Jason Tatum shoots threes. Jalen Brown shoots threes. When Porzingis is healthy, he shoots threes.
Yep.
Horford shoots threes.
Yep.
Pritchard shoots threes. When
Yep.
Hauser is healthy, he shoots threes.
Yep.
You know, they're playing 6 or 7 deep right now. So all them players shoot threes. Only person who shoot threes is Luke Cornett. He's the only one. The whole fucking team shoots threes, and they're jacking up. Each player is jacking up 6 to 8 threes.
That's very true.
That's it. That's their game plan. You know what I mean? So we just gotta hope as Knicks fans that they just miss. That's it. We just gotta hope that they fucking miss. The first 2 games they missed, we won.
Yeah.
They got it. We just gotta hope that they keep missing. And my son yesterday was like, "Oh, we gotta play better defense." I'm like, "Bro, look at the shots.
Yeah.
We're in their face.
Yeah.
They're making them.
Pritchard was on
What
one.
do you want us to do? The only thing left for us to do is start playing dirty.
Yeah.
You know, you saw. It didn't work last year, but who they played last year? The Celtics that they beat last year.
In the Eastern Conference Final, they faced the Pacers.
No.
And
In the finals, who they beat?
Oh, the Mavericks.
Mavericks. So the Mavericks didn't play like that, but you know who played like that? The Warriors did. Draymond Green did.
Yeah.
He started diving on Jalen Brown, acting like he's flopping, kicking him on the floor. They're grabbing him. That's the kind of way to knock the Celtics off their game, because when you're a shooting team like that and you're playing fucking rough, that knocks them off their game. And the Knicks play tough, but they may have to resort to that. They may have to resort to being fools. Fuck it. Start throwing elbows, start grabbing motherfuckers, because the Celtics aren't that team. They're not gonna kind of retaliate.
No.
They don't have the players to do that.
Mm-mm.
So if Josh starts throwing elbows and we start, fuck it, throw Precious Achua in there. Yo, Precious, start doing Draymond shit. Start diving on motherfuckers and act like you flopping and throw an elbow to his neck and throw him off that game, because that's the only way.
Who's your center?
What happened?
Who's your center again?
Towns and Mitchell Robinson.
Tell Robinson start throwing some elbows at Porzingis or something like that. That's what you need to do. Like, I agree with you. That's all.
Yeah.
Just want to add to that.
But that's all. I feel like that's the only way we're gonna win, because you play fair with these guys. They're just gonna rain them on you. They're just gonna rain the threes on you. You know what I mean? So let's see, man. We went up 2-0. I felt like game 3 or game 4 was a must wins for the New York.
Mm-hmm.
To keep the foot on their neck, because if you give this team confidence and they go and they tie it up 2-2, you're in for a world of hurt.
It's a new series. It's a
whole new series. Then they feel like they can hit threes again.
Yeah.
And now you have an uphill battle. You know what I mean? So I feel like game 4 is a must win. I feel like game 3 or game 4. We lost game 3, okay, but game 4 we got to keep the foot on their necks. And the funny part is that the Celtics were the best road team this year and one of the worst home teams this year. So it looks like that's what it is with them. They're going to play bad at home and play good on the road. And the Knicks are also the same way.
Yeah.
The Knicks play great on the road and they play bad at home, which is fucking weird.
What is that?
That's fucking weird. You think at MSG with all the celebrities there, Bro, MSG was going insane yesterday. Outside was packed.
Yeah,
You
I
would think
saw the
you would come
pictures.
out and just be going crazy, and it's not it. I don't know what it is. So I don't know, man. This is gonna be tough. Hopefully, we pull it out, man. Because if I feel like if we beat the Celtics, we got a chance against the Cavs or the
Yeah,
Pacers. It's definitely
yeah,
the Pacers.
yeah.
But this is the hump we got to get over is the Celtics. So I don't know what you think about it.
Um, I was surprised that the Celtics had these big of leads and they would keep you guys would keep coming back. But I still kept sawing a trend. They'd be up by 20, and then by end of court, they're up by 7. They're up by 7. You guys will claw back. I'm like, I
Yeah,
see, I don't like this. And oh my God, if I have to watch Jason Tatum take that stupid sideways three. Oh, I was like, bro, drive to the basket, bro.
yeah,
I
yeah,
know you were happy because he said it. I'm like, but you're letting the defense off the hook.
yeah,
Jalen Brown, same thing, bro. They'll go to the basket for the first 2 quarters. I shoot.
yeah,
Fourth quarter comes. I'm like, it's a 5-point game. Maybe Joe Mazzulla, change it up, call a timeout. Now
yeah,
keep shooting that. Keep raining them bitches. Why? Who does this? Missoula is getting outcoached by Thibs. I know you hate Thibs, but he
yeah,
has done a masterful job in those first 2 games of learning how to not let the runs overtake them. Jalen Brunson's been a master at it. I wish Carl
yeah,
Anthony Towns would stop fouling as much because once he gets in like 3 fouls, he's out the game, and then it's like the lead builds up.
yeah,
Mikal Bridges, that was a steal. I'll give you guys that. He's been playing great defense, long arms, stealing from like Tatum. That last drive in game 2, what the fuck was that, bro? Like, what the fuck was that? I watched it and I was just like, I see why you guys are losing
yeah,
this series. I see. I totally see why. I didn't want to say this. Porzingis being out did kind of hurt the Celtics offense because without him there, that offense becomes stagnant. It's just you take the shot, I take the shot. You take the shot,
yeah.
I take the shot. There's no ball movement like you
But
saw. Yes, 11.
but here's the thing, real quick, just to interrupt, just real quick.
Go ahead.
Um, they're not out coaching each other. Tibbs is going with his plan. Mazzulla's going with his plan. They're not readjusting. They're not substituting, playing matchups. They're going, you're going to beat my plan or I'm beating your plan.
Yep.
That's what they're doing because Joe Mazzulla is not going to stop raining threes. He don't give a fuck if they miss 75 threes. The next game, they're attempting 40 to 53s. Game 4, they're attempting 40 to 53s. Tibbs, same thing. We're going to keep playing hard defense. We're going to keep
Yeah.
it close. 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Clear out Brunson. Every
Yep.
play for the last 5 minutes in the fourth quarter. Everybody stand at the 3-point line and watch Brunson dribble
Brunson
1,000 times.
Yes.
That's the fucking game plan. They're not going to divert from the game plan. See, like when you watch the Rockets and
Warriors season.
Warriors series,
Oof.
they were doing okay. Steven Adams goes in, and they're gonna play 2 big men, and then they're gonna hack. You're gonna play 2 big men. We're gonna start hacking Steven Adams, and
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with this one. What does Steve Kerr do? Okay, Jimmy Butler's out. We're gonna start fucking Jackson Davis this game, and
Yep.
we're gonna start playing. We're gonna start playing Kaminga more. And see, like adjusting.
Yep.
These 2 coaches, Joe Mazzulla and Tibbs, are
Stubborn.
not adjusting.
Stubborn.
Not gonna happen. They're just gonna play their game plan. And I feel like with that, it's just gonna come down to this series. It's just gonna come down to can the Celtics make their threes? That's it. Can the Celtics make their threes? Because I give Jalen Brunson one thing. I keep saying is he gonna keep doing it.
Yep.
If you give this man 5 minutes left and it's a fucking 3 to 4 point game, this man don't miss.
Nope.
He may miss here and there, but he's making the clutch shots.
Yeah.
He's been doing it since last year.
Yep.
So That's just it. You know what I mean?
Oh, this is someone. If you love basketball, this is a nightmare to watch because you're just watching two people just put their feet in the sand and just like, nah, we're
Yeah.
playing chicken. I'm not moving. It's like dogs. Like you just said in the fourth quarter. I was listening to some people. They were like, "Why is the ball not in Jason Tatum's hands? It should be in his hands for the shot." Like you said, what the Knicks are doing.
Yeah.
Every shot is made by Brunson. There are shots where Al Horford's taking threes. I'm like, why did Al Horford have 5 shots in the fourth quarter? That's not how you're gonna win this game.
Yeah.
Tatum, Brown. That's it. But
Yeah.
Missoula, he's an analytics guy. You can tell he's an analytics guy.
Yeah.
Oh, Tatum drives in, the corner three's open. Nah, bro, that's not what this is for. This is superstar play. Come on, Missoula.
So was Brad Stevens,
They're all nerds. They're all
the
fucking
analytics
nerds.
guy. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
God, bro.
So that's what it come down to. We just gotta hope they miss their threes, man. Because the Celtics are gonna live and die by the three. They're gonna play the same way against the next round. They're gonna play the same way if they make the finals. They're playing the same fucking way. And the thing is, that's just what it is. There's no team in the NBA to me that has an array of shooters like the
The
Celtics.
Celtics, yeah. So
Like Denver can't shoot 43s because who
no.
shoots threes in it? You got Jamal Murray and like what Michael Porter Jr. maybe, but they're
And
not
Aaron Gordon
great
can make a
3-point
1-3.
shooters.
Yeah, they're not.
You know, like OKC's the closest that could do that,
Yep.
but Shea Gilgeous is more of a mid range, and
Mm-hmm.
you know Chet Holmgren's more of a mid range. These guys are more mid range guys. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So OKC's the closest to do that. You have the Cavs. You see them like they stopped shooting threes because the first 2 games they were shooting too many threes.
Yep.
They said, "Fuck that. We're gonna start playing what we do." You know what I mean? So there's no team right now in the playoffs that shoot that many threes that could be effective because they don't have 6 to 7, 8 guys that are shooting 45% from three.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the Celtics are like, they know that.
Yep.
We got every guy here shoots 40% and up. Just keep raining them.
Makes no fucking sense. Makes no fucking sense. God.
Hey, you gotta live and die by the three. That's it. That's it.
That just sucks, man. I wish teams would get away from that. But you know, game four is Monday, right?
Yeah, game 4 tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes.
We'll see. The Knicks
fans. The next one, we spent 17 minutes on that. So I knew it was gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was like, I know you gotta talk about this one. The next one we could talk about is the Denver OKC one. This one, we both picked OKC. And
no, I picked Denver in 7.
You picked Denver. You picked Denver in 7. I think I picked OKC in 6. The thing I'm seeing right now is OKC's inexperience in the playoffs. It's showing bad, bro.
Yeah.
I don't like that they get like in that game 1. Why are you fouling Denver when you're up 3? That's losing basketball because if they make 2 shots, you're up by 1, and then now you have to make the shot. And then Chet's just missing free throws. It's just a lot of inexperience.
Yeah.
Like if Shea's not the MVP that he is, that team can't win. No, their second option is Jalen Williams. He's not there yet, and I'm just seeing a riddle of inexperience from OKC right now. I think that's what you saw.
I feel like Shea is doing what he does.
Mm-hmm.
And what I like about Shea is that he's consistent.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to give you a 16, 15-point game.
Yep.
The lowest he's probably going to give you is 26, 27, especially in the playoffs. He's going to give you 30 points a game. That's just what he does.
Yep.
But for some weird reason, he reminds me a lot of like a DeMar DeRozan. He reminds me of a guy who's going to give you 30 to 35 points a game, but for some reason makes no impact.
I know what you mean.
It's a weird thing because DeMar DeRozan, his mid-range is crazy.
Yeah.
Shea Gilgeous, his mid-range is crazy. And there's times that Shea Gilgeous comes down. If they're on like a 10-0 run, Shea Gilgeous will come down, boom, boom, cash.
Hit that 3,
cash. Boom, boom, layup. Now you're on a 16-0 run, and oh shit, now you have a 16-point lead or whatever. So he does give that push. But then I feel like when the game's on the line, or when the game is being impacted, it's like he doesn't impact the game. It's
Yeah.
weird. I never got that, and it's like OKC might end up being the Raptors of that time when the
Ooh,
Raptors
I know what you're talking about.
kept getting a 1 or 2 seed, but they
Yeah.
couldn't get past
Get past
LeBron.
the hump. Yeah.
They couldn't get over the hump.
Yeah.
And OKC might be in that basket. You know what I mean? They might be in that role. We'll see with this series, but you got to look at what the Nuggets bring. The Nuggets bring a lot of experience.
Yep.
The Nuggets bring a lot of experience. All those players, 90% of them were on the fucking championship team.
Yep.
And you got Westbrook, who knows, who's been in so many playoff games. He's impacts in his little 12 points, 13, 14 points. He's impacted the game more than Shai Gilgeous.
Yeah.
Because he's keeping the tempo going.
Yeah.
He's keeping the speed going. He's keeping the playoff intensity going. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and another thing too, like you said, Jalen Williams, that's our second best player. You know what I'm saying? He's an all-star.
Yep.
You need to step up, bro.
Yeah.
You need, if Shai Gilgeous is giving you 30 points every fucking game,
Yeah.
you got to start giving him 30 points.
You have to.
You have to. Because even if and it's crazy is that even if Joker, I don't know what he had the last game, he didn't have a crazy game.
He didn't have a crazy game, nope.
But he impacts the game more than Shai. Just by his sheer presence.
Yeah.
Just him bringing the ball up, he goes in the paint, you're drawing 3 defenders.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You have to, if Jokic has 17 points, he still impacts the game because he draws the defense to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's gonna be the hard part. And that's why I picked Denver in 7, because yes, OKC during the whole year, they were the best team.
Yeah.
You know, and we can't sleep on that. So they're gonna win some games where, like game 2, they bloom the fuck out. You know what I mean? There's gonna be games that happens, but can you stop Jokic for 7 games? Can you stop Jokic's impact for 7 games? Can you stop Jamal Murray? Jamal Murray is the type of player out of nowhere by drop 50.
He'll
have a 50-point game on you.
Yeah.
Can you stop that? And OKC has had the best defense in the league. I think they had a second or first. I think it was them and Cavs that were like back and forth.
Yep.
But you know, the defense is supposed to be there. So I don't know. But I just think that there's some that as far as you could do the analytics and all that shit and but what it comes down to is on the court.
Please.
Who's winning on the court? And I still stay with Denver in 7, but you know, we'll see.
Oh, you're right. You're right, man. OKC, bro, and that loss in overtime, the last game, that was a clear example of their inexperience. Because if I saw Chet do that little floater, he missed that shit 3 times. You don't change from that. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? And then you would see, you would see the Nuggets come down, a play, ran, Jamal Murray out to Westbrook or out, they make the shot. It's just like, guys, y'all got to be better than that. But
here's the thing: is I feel like every playoff team, every championship team, right? Well, I don't know. I felt like maybe last year the Celtics, you know, Tatum and Brown were the dogs on the team, especially when Jalen Brown said, "Oh, Luka, I'm picking you up fucking 90-some feet."
Yep.
Jalen Brown took Luka out the series.
The game, yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he just was playing rough with him. You know what I mean? And I think every team needs that. And for some reason, I don't think OKC has those players. They don't have dogs.
Nope.
Like, they're all finesse.
Finesse, yeah. There you go. You said it.
And I feel like Hartenstein was that for the Knicks, but now that he's playing with the OKC, you see him like he's hook shocking, he's floating the ball. Oh. I'm like, yo, when he played with the Knicks last year, he's giving hard ass screens, he's getting offensive rebounds, he's fucking dunking the ball. He was going nuts in the Knicks last year. With OKC, he's like, little hook shot, little pretty floaters. I'm like, what the fuck? And it felt like maybe they brought him in for that, but he's not playing like that.
Yeah.
Caruso was probably brought in for that. But he's not playing like that. Yo, sometimes run down the court, bro, And guess what? When fucking Jamal Murray goes to do a layup, fuck it. Smack him in the back of the head. Oh, my bad.
Do something. Yeah.
Yo, what the fuck? He turns around. Oh, my bad. I meant to block the ball. My bad. You know, like everybody talks shit about Draymond. Is Draymond excessive? Yes.
Yes.
He's excessive. But is he necessary? Yes.
Yes.
He's necessary. You need that shit. You need someone to throw you off. You need someone to do some. Oh, my bad. He thought they stripped Draymond. He flares his arms, and it pushes the guy in the face. The guy falls on the ground, like, and they technical foul. He's like, what? Yo, what? What do you mean? Like, how many times Ron Artest did that? I see one play. Ron Artest, bad funny. He's going like this, right? He runs down the sideline like that with his hands up with Paul Pierce, and Paul Pierce is like right in the edge of the sideline. And falling out of bounds, the whole time Paul Pierce doing this. Artest doing this. And Paul Pierce on the ground, and he falls out with him on top of him. He falls on top of him. And they call a foul on Artest. Artest gets up. What do you mean? I'm playing defense. Like, yo, you need that shit, bro. How many times Rodman was doing that with Karl Malone in the finals? He's D'ing him up. Karl Malone throws an elbow. He grabs him by the arm, and then he just drags him to the floor. My bad. I tripped.
You need some physicality. You're right.
You need that shit. Every fucking team needs that. And OKC right now, I feel like they don't have that.
Nope, not at all.
And I'm saying Denver has that, but I feel like every player on Denver has kind of grit to them. Mm-hmm. Westbrook has grit. Aaron Gordon has grit. Jokic has grit. Jamal Murray has grit. Yep. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They're not Draymond, but they have grit.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So we'll see how that goes. But I still got Denver at 7.
Yeah. OKC, you fucking me up right now. And then we have the surprise series. The Cleveland Cavaliers are down against the Pacers.
Yeah. Injuries. We saw it. Everybody was back. They blew them the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Halliburton had 4 points and shit?
4 points, yeah. Donovan Mitchell, 43? 43 and it's just...
Yeah, it's different. And what I noticed too, even with Steph Curry being out, for some weird reason, these NBA teams don't have a backup point guard.
No.
When the main point guard goes out, like even right now, let's say something happened to Brunson, our backup point guard is Deuce McBride.
Oh.
You ever say like, this is starting to be a fucking problem now. I'm starting to see. Like, at least to me, if Drew Holiday gets hurt on the Celtics, pitcher will come in.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't need a scoring point guard, but you need a point guard to control the tempo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when Garland was out, they had Ty Jerome. He couldn't control the tempo.
No.
So they had sometimes Donovan Mitchell bringing it up, and he's not a control tempo guy. He's an attack guy.
Yeah, he's shooting guard. You know, so he's trying to get to the.
Yeah, and how many times they couldn't even inbound the ball without Garland? You know what I mean? The game 2, they couldn't even inbound the ball. They couldn't bring the ball up. They couldn't bring the ball up. Some plays, you know. So Garland being out, actually, you saw that was like, wow, he's a big piece.
Yeah.
In their championship, aspirations because he controls the fucking tempo. You need a point guard. People talk shit about Chris Paul. But what Chris Paul was great at for all these years was, boom, boom. Yo, go down low. Go. You go in the corner. You go on the corner. Stay right there. Don't fucking move. You know? How many times LeBron's done that? You know, LeBron's in the huddle. Listen, we come down the court. Go to the paint. Oh, I was thinking, shut the fuck up. Go to the fucking paint. You go in the fucking corner. Shut the fuck up and just shoot the shot when it gets to you, right? That's it. Yeah. You know, you need those players to control the tempo of the game. So that's what the Cavs were missing. And just so they had that, they blew them out. You had Mobley and Hunter both out too. That's a big deal.
That's that.
You know, so we'll see how it goes. But I mean, I had the Cavs in 6.
I think.
I think with all their players healthy, it's gonna be. I don't know if I went 4 in a row, but we'll see how that goes. They're kind of in a hole because they kind of got to win like at least 3 in a row.
Yeah, so the pressure's on them. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? They kind of got to win 3 in a row.
because
So,
if
but I
Pacers
didn't
win one,
pull it off.
yeah,
I
if
think
Pacers win
the
one at
thing with
home,
the
it's over.
yeah, I think the thing with the Pacers is that my thing with them all year was always who's who's the guy who could take over.
Yep.
The thing is with them is that they have an array of guys that can give
Mm-hmm.
you 18 to 20 points.
Yeah.
Hart gives you 18 points. Naismith gives you 18 points. Halliburton gives you 22 points. They're all kind of in that range.
Yeah.
All the starters score double digits.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they beat you. You know, they play 10 deep. They play with a fast tempo. So it's always fresh bodies in there. And
It's
that's
tough.
what they win off of. But in the playoffs, you need a Donovan Mitchell.
Yes.
You need a Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
You need a Jason Tatum.
Yep.
Steph Curry. These guys, you need them.
You need superstars to
Because
win in this league.
you
Yeah.
need those guys where, like, we're down by 15, give me the fucking ball.
Well, and let me
Give me the
go
ball,
to work.
bitch. And the coach is going, oh, I was figuring we do, like, the triangle with the, no, bitch. The play is give me a fucking screen and get out my fucking way. You know what I'm saying? So you need those players, and Pacers don't have that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The Pacers remind me of the 2004 Pistons. Like, they reminded that Pistons team where there wasn't anyone. It'd be like Rasheed got 18, Hamilton got 15, Billups got like 20. So yeah, that's what. Yeah,
but they play
I
better
agree.
defense.
Yeah, I agree.
And they were just like, you know, bro. They beat the Shaq Lakers. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Ben Wallace, like, he wasn't a scorer, but he took Shaq out of his game.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You know, they took Kobe out of his game. Kobe, you know, said that's one of his biggest regrets.
Yep.
That they just threw mad defenses at him that he wasn't ready for.
Yep.
You know, they had Tayshaun Prince. He was a defender.
Tayshaun Prince. I forgot about him. Yeah.
You know, they had a lot of guys. They had Lindsey Hunter off the bench. You know, they had a lot of rough guy like Chauncey Billups was like a dude that was tough. He was a tough player. So
calm the pace down when he needed to. So
yeah. But I still have the Cavs winning that.
I still have the Cavs too. And then we have the last series, which was the Warriors versus the Timberwolves. Timberwolves took the 2-1 lead last night. I know we said in the group chat, Curry's out, so if Curry doesn't come back, the series is over. They're not stopping the Timberwolves. Like, listen, I love Jimmy Butler, but he wasn't making any layups last night, and he had 31 points, but Anthony Edwards, when he plays like that, he is the man, bro. And Rudy Gobert, I know Shaq makes fun of him, but he's getting rebounds. He's altering shots. I got to give Rudy Gobert his credit. Like, he looks, and Julius Randle has found a home in Timberwolves. I know you don't like it. I know it's as a Knicks fan, but he's accepted where he's at, and I think that's why he's excelling right now in this role in the Timberwolves.
Big stat yesterday. He had 12 assists.
Bro,
12 assists.
Did he have a triple double last night?
Triple double. First time in the playoffs. Yeah, triple double.
Bro, I'm telling you.
Yeah. Nah, he played good yesterday.
Yeah.
He played good yesterday. I give him that. It's a different offense though. They moved the ball with the Timberwolves. The Knicks, I've been saying this all year. Tibbs' offense is horrible. I don't know how we won those 2 games in Boston with that fucking offense, but I mean, whatever. You can't keep complaining about it. You just gotta hope that we just win the game. You know what I mean? At this point. But you know, to see Randall the way, you know, New York, we fell out of love with him.
Yep.
One thing when I went to the fan fest thing they had with Fanatics.
Yep.
I got a picture of my son with Julius Randle. He was not sold out. Josh Hart was sold out. Fucking Jalen Brunson was sold out. Carmelo Anthony was sold out. All the Knicks were sold out, but not Julius Randle. And I found that fucked up because he did go to 3 All-Star teams with us. You know what I mean? Yep. And, you know, I kind of got frustration at why he wanted to go, which I wish, because I did want to see our team with Randle and OG and Dante DiVincenzo and Mikal Bridges and everybody, because people don't know is that when we made that trade for OG and Anunoby, and
Yeah.
Randall was healthy, and we had DiVincenzo, the Knicks were at 15-1. And we blew out the Nuggets. We blew out OKC. We blew out fucking teams. And Randall got hurt. It got rough. So I wanted to see that team with Randall. You know what I mean? But it didn't happen. So whatever. But Randall, he did good yesterday. Happy for him. He does put the work in.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards, 36 points, bro. You know what I mean? Like that dunk he had on fucking. Wow.
It was Looney, right? It was Looney.
Yeah, Looney.
Dang, I was like,
You know,
okay.
and you see with the Warriors, without Steph Curry, they can't keep the tempo. They were struggling. Even though Kuminga had a good game, Butler had a good game, I feel like they struggled to score.
Yeah.
The whole game. It was a fucking struggle. And then what happens with when the game got tight, the last 5-6 minutes, it was like 84-82, and it was going back and forth.
Yeah.
The Warriors just couldn't keep up with them. And, I think Randall got a dunk, and then Anthony Edwards hit a three, and Alexander Walker hit a three, and, it was too much. And without Steph, as you see Steph holding his head on the bench.
Yeah.
He's just like, fuck, he wants to play. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
love Steph for that. You know what I'm saying? I love Steph that he's really a gamer.
Yep.
Like, he's in the fucking... Like, I feel like this is what people hate about LeBron. Like, LeBron lost, and he goes, well, I'm not losing sleep over it. And they're like, here we go with this shit. Why do you say these things? You know what I mean? We get mad. And I felt like even if, like, let's say LeBron was hurt in the playoffs, and, like, they were losing, I think, like, LeBron would be on the bench, like, looking.
Yeah.
You see Steph just, like, writhing in pain. Like, he has his head down. He's getting up. He's rubbing his fucking legs. He's going up and down, back and forth. You know what I mean? He's fucking in the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it sucks that he can't play. Because I feel like this will be a whole different series.
Yeah.
Because bro, I feel like no one on the Timberwolves, I think, what did he leave when he got hurt? He had 13 points in the first half.
13 points in the first half. He's killing them.
No one on the Timberwolves right now, like, they don't have an Amar Thompson that could give him problems. No one. They have guys who are tall, but not fast enough.
Yeah.
Amar Thompson is tall, but he's a freak athlete. No one on the Timberwolves have that. We're going to put Mike Conley on him. As in the Walker, Anthony Edwards, you have nobody to guard this guy. You know what I mean? So, if they go down 3-1, they have to win next game.
Yeah.
They have to win next game because they go down 3-1. How are you going to have Steph come back game 5, what they're trying to say, come back game 5? You want this man to come over a hamstring injury and bring you back from a 3-1 lead?
No. He'll get hurt. Yeah.
You're asking a lot.
Yeah, he'll get hurt.
You gotta win the next game. You have to. And they got to figure that out, man. I felt like Butler did play hard yesterday. He had 30-some points.
Yeah.
He missed a couple of layups that was like, bruh. You know what I mean? And he might have to drop 50 next game. Because I felt like down the stretch, Kuminga had a couple shots that was like, what are you doing?
We don't need you shooting.
Yeah, you put up 25, 26 points. You did enough already. Let's not get out of hand now. You know what I mean? Like, they were down by, 5 points. Butler should have the ball in his hand. Get out the way, give it to Butler, and that's it. You know what I mean? But Draymond fouled out. That was tough. You know what I mean? Because he changes their whole defense. He changes their whole defense. So
he's taking some bad fouls too. And I know he wants to fight. I'm like, bro, if Steph's out, you got to be a leader of this team. You can't do the Draymond shit right now. You need to be there for your team because you're a leader. Like, I like Butler, but Butler's still new to the team. Like, you can't expect Butler to rally. Oh, we have a comment.
We have a couple comments. Shout out to everybody commenting.
Comments. I see my boy Straw Hat Podcast. Who do y'all have winning the finals this year? I know you're a Knicks fan, so you're gonna say that. Yeah. I knew he was gonna say. I knew he was gonna say that.
Knicks in 6.
Oh,
Knicks in 6. All fucking playoffs. That's it.
You got him. You got him started.
Nah, but that's tough now. I think like the NBA is fun now.
Yeah,
it's really up in the air. I feel like we had the super teams. You were like, Cavs are gonna win, Warriors are gonna win. Like, you knew already. You know what I'm saying? So it's way more fun now. But But yeah,
But
let's
that
see.
that's all.
Let's see if the Warriors, could hopefully tie this up and not get out of hand. But I'm gonna say this about the Timberwolves. I slept on the Timberwolves. I slept on them. And if Randall's playing like this, they got a
Oh,
lot of players, bro. That Alexander Walker, he's good. Mike Calico at the bench. Dante DiVincenzo's good. Rudy Gobert is good. They got a good squad. They got a good squad. If they go to the next round and beat the Warriors, they could go to the finals.
yeah, I
They
could
could go
see
to the
that.
finals. They got a good fucking team. You know what I
And
mean?
you know who still hasn't gone off that if he's due one game, Nas Reed. Nas Reed's been pretty
Yeah.
quiet. This he goes off and he started hitting some threes. It might be lights out for the Warriors. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
But
So
yeah. We spent 40 minutes on the playoffs, man. Let's get to the
oh,
next one.
hold up. Just someone said, man, if Jimmy goes mad, then we got oh my god. I'm just reading the comments right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I appreciate everybody commenting, man. That's good. We're starting to get comments now, bro. We're starting to. We got 80
Moving
people in
up.
the chat right now. People are tuning in, bro. People are
Moving
tuning in.
on. We got football. George Pickens is on the Cowboys. I remember I think I hit the group chat up and I was just like, yo, and then you reminded me that the Steelers had just traded for DK Metcalf. I was thinking I was like, oh, Steelers in rebuild. And I'm like, nah, they got DK. I'm like, they have DK? I was just
What
like
what what is going on over there, bro? What are they doing? They don't even have a quarterback.
Mason Rudolph.
You got Mason Rudolph and DK Metcalf. I know DK Metcalf is heated, bro. They don't even have a running back. Najee Harris just signed with the Chargers. What are they doing over there, bro?
Yo, yo, if you're trying to
And then,
get
and
rid of
then you
Tomlin,
then you don't draft Shador. What the fuck are you doing? So it
oh,
looks like they're trying to get Aaron Rodgers. What they're gonna do?
and
You
he
got no
hasn't even
choice.
signed yet. Yeah,
You got no choice. I suppose that did they sign Alan Lazard? Are they gonna sign Alan Lazard?
I think they're gonna sign Alan Lazard.
Alan Lazard. So you gotta get Aaron Rodgers now. A 42
Oh,
year old, 41-year-old Aaron Rodgers, bro. What are they doing over there, bro? My time might be done after this year if
bro,
this is
I
what they're
think they're
doing.
going to force Mike Tomlin out. Like
Yeah,
these
you
are the
might just
type
be
of
like,
moves.
yo, fuck it. You have to be. You're giving him no players. The fuck? On defense, who you got? Just TJ Watt?
T.J. Watt, yeah.
Nah, bro.
Oh,
And they traded what? They got a third round pick and a sixth round. You got nothing.
yeah,
A
yeah,
third round, like a fifth round, and you gave the Cowboys a sixth. So what did you really gain? A
nothing.
third round pick, bro. What the fuck? I mean, I know that the drafts now are good where you get someone in the third round. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But I mean, like what next year? So what now? Like you gotta wait till next year to get your third round fucking pick? Like I don't know, bro. For the Cowboys, Steelers are just washed, bro. It's a wrap.
okay, yeah,
As far as helping the Cowboys, bro, the Cowboys got a good second guy now.
yeah,
He's not as dominant, but what people don't understand with George Pickens is that since he came in the league, he's a top 5 contested catcher.
yeah.
He
He's good.
catches those 50-50 balls.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He's not a super threat downfield. He's not
No,
quick, but if you have at least another threat where they got Jake Ferguson, he's a great tight end.
great.
CeeDee
That's a good
Lamb's a
time.
fucking
Yeah.
beast.
Oof.
And Jalen Tolbert has stepped up last year. You know what I mean? So they got a good couple guys on the Cowboys. The problem is that
No run
it's
game.
the Cowboys.
Yeah.
The
There's no
Cowboys
running backs.
have fallen into one of those organizations where like they're gonna do cowboy things. You know what I mean? And Dak is gonna find a way to fuck it up. You know what I mean? Like, cause if you look at Dak's numbers are good,
His numbers are yeah, very
very
solid.
good.
Very solid. Yeah.
But he's gonna do
It's
some
Dak.
dumb shit in the playoffs or in the regular season when they need him.
Yeah.
He'll give you a game with 5 touchdowns,
Yeah.
throw over 450 yards, look crazy good, and then Playoff time, 1 touchdown, 3 picks with 150 yards. What the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
And now the problem comes into you're gonna do that. What happened last year? CeeDee Lamb's mom came out, said something. CeeDee Lamb's family started coming out talking shit about Dak, his brother or some shit. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So now you got that going on. Now you got a hot-headed George Pickens there too.
And he wants the touches. He wants the catches, bro.
If
So
if Dak throws 3 picks in a playoff game, George Pickens is going. He's going. He's a flip the fucking bench upside down, bro.
he won't fight the first cornerback safety that he sees, bro.
And
I'm
guess
telling
what?
you.
And guess what? Jerry Jones is dumb as hell because you hired a coach who's not known to take control of the locker
Oh
room.
God, I forgot they got shot.
You hired a
Oh shit.
pushover.
Oh
It's
God.
not like you got a Bill Parcells or Bill Parcells and be like, yo, sit your bitch ass down if I smack the shit out of you. What's that shit? Sit your $5 ass down before I make change. That's the shit Bill Parcells would do.
Yeah,
Sean Hammer
Bill.
ain't doing that shit, bro.
Nah, he's a yes man. He's a yes man. Yes man to the 14th degree.
And the thing is with that is that's where Mike Tomlin, they traded him.
Yep.
So Mike Tomlin type of coach, he ain't gonna do it to you on the sideline, but when you get he'll yo after the game, yo, let me holler at you in the office real quick. Yo, listen, bro, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You keep talking shit, I'm not having it, bro. You
Yep.
know me, I got rid of Antonio Brown. I got rid of fucking Le'Veon Bell. I got rid of these guys, bro. Don't play these games with me, bro, because you be out.
I don't
Just
need
kept playing games
I
with
don't
him.
need that
He's
shit.
out.
Yep. I
That's
don't need
it.
that shit. And I'm reading one of the comments. They said the problem from Straw Hat, my boy Reed. He said the problem with Dak is he is not consistently great. He's consistently okay, but not great. He struggles closing out games. Yeah, especially those big games. Sometimes I'm like, Dak, bro. And now, remember, he's coming off an injury. This is like his second major injury, bro. Like,
Yeah.
not saying you need to start looking elsewhere, but it's like, dog, what type of quarterback are you getting right now with that?
Yeah.
And then you don't have a running back either. So like now you got no running game. You just have two diva. You have one diva receiver. You have a bona fide #1 receiver. That's just a lot of stuff going on in the Cowboys right now. I'm not a fan of it. That's a Jerry Jones move. That's a Jerry Jones exclusive. I want to have as
Yeah.
much people who can bring because George Pickens, he's gonna talk. He's gonna bring the diva. He's kind of like a To. He's a little bit version of To. I see. Can see why Jerry Jones kind of picked him up. He has a little To in him, not the other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he's
But
just not. I don't think he's as talented.
the issue is you got no run game. And
Yep.
what Dak has been successful at, the most successful in his career is when he had Zeke.
Yep.
When Zeke was killing it, Dak was killing it.
Yep.
Now you give him no run game, and you're gonna force Dak to throw 40 times a game.
Yep.
You asking for it.
Ooh, you are. Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see how that goes, man.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Derek Carr has retired from the NFL,
Goodbye.
and Saints fans
Goodbye.
rejoiced.
Good
I've
riddance.
never seen joy from a fan base. I'm like, dog, I get it. He's Derek Carr. He's never been the best. He's always like the middle of the pack quarterback. I get
Yeah.
that. And they brought him here. He's the type of quarterback who doesn't play bad, but he plays good enough just to get a good contract, like to get an extension and stuff like that. So that's why Saints fans were mad at him and all this type of stuff. But I was like, he was good for what it is. I am glad that he's gone. But once again, this is another organization that why didn't you draft Shador if you knew this was coming? Because there was no way Derek Carr was coming back.
That's the thing with them. Good for them. Because they didn't know this was coming. They didn't know that Derek Carr was going to retire.
Yeah.
You thought you had him for another year or two. You thought you would have your quarterback behind. And then this guy gets injured all the time. Then you draft another quarterback who's injured all the time. What are you doing over there? What the fuck are you doing over there? And you don't draft Shador? Fuck you. Good for you. Because guess what? You could have had Shador. Shador got drafted in what, the fifth, sixth round? Fifth round? Sixth round, whatever.
Yeah.
You could have got him fourth, fifth round. But you wanted to play this fucking game, okay? All the teams, Steelers, Saints, who else? who could have gotten and passed up on him. Fucking
No. The Steelers, Saints. Nah, not the Browns. They have an organization full of
Steelers,
quarterbacks.
Saints, even let's say Cowboys.
Cowboys, yeah.
Even
Could use
Cowboys.
them.
All these fucking teams, for some reason, bro. Hey, listen, Sanders, he's a Christian man.
Yep.
God's gonna come rain. God's gonna come. God's coming for your ass now.
Oh, he's gonna
Y'all
make y'all
wanna play
gumbo
with
sour.
y'all wanna play with God's soldiers? That's what you get, bro. Fuck out of here.
Oh,
and you want to call yourself the Saints? Y'all ain't no damn
no.
Saints.
No,
Y'all the fucking heathens.
Oh my
Fuck
God.
out of here. Good for y'all. That's it. Because he shouldn't have played with Sanders his door like that. You play with him too much.
Yeah.
Understandable. Listen, they're saying that his mini camp ain't looking too good, and he's looking like he holds the ball too long. Granted.
Yep.
But you mean to tell me, as a Saints organization, you just got a fucking what's the coach they just got from the Cowboys? Used to be a offensive coordinator. He's the head coach now. He was a offensive Kellen Moore.
Oh God, yeah.
You're a fucking good OC. You did great with fucking Dak Prescott. You didn't do that good with Justin Herbert, but you did great with Jalen Hurts.
Yep.
You know how to run an offense. You made time you could have Shador sit there under Derek Carr for a year or two and teach him how to throw the ball better, and he's in a dome.
Yep.
Come on. That was the pick. That was the fucking pick. And you did that because guess what? I'm telling you, bro, that was a phone call made by all owners.
We don't want him.
Don't draft him. And the only reason why the Browns drafted him because supposedly Hazlitt is cool with Dion.
Yeah, that does it.
And he just wanted Shador to be in an organization.
Yep.
This is Shador right now is trying out for the third string. Like he has no shot to start. You know what I mean? So at least Hazlitt's like, listen, I'll get him on the organization, get him in mini camp, get him on the team, let him get his feet wet. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll see where it goes from there. You know, they did him a favor.
Yeah.
But it was fucked up what they did to Shador. You know what I'm saying? He didn't deserve to go where he went. And it is what it is.
And I'm reading one comment here. We got a Falcons fan in the comment. He said, I'm sad as a Falcons fan because every time Derek Carr was on the center for the Saints, that was a guaranteed division win for us. I'm sorry. And I'm not going to lie. I don't think the Saints offense has ever been set up to work with a mobile quarterback. Even when they had Winston for a while, it didn't work out too well. They want a true pocket quarterback. I think that's what Shador is. I don't think he's too much of a mobile quarterback. He doesn't even like running like that. I think that's one of the problems with him. He holds the ball on too long. He's not going to run like that. And the Saints, they could have had this, but all these teams that didn't draft Shador Sanders, like Scumbag McGee said, you will suffer the wrath.
Yeah, my bad. I sent the referral link. I don't know why. The referral link is blocking my comments. I can't see the comments because of that.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Whatever. I'm trying to take it out, but I don't know what the fuck going on here. But whatever. Anyways, next
Let's
topic.
move on.
Yeah.
UNC. This UNC denies banning Bill Belichick's girlfriend for football facilities. First of all, let's be serious. This 25-year-old girl does not know what the hell she is doing, and she is trying to implore her will on everything. Leave my coach alone, woman. You heathen woman. On this Sunday, I need you to leave this 72-year-old greatest coach of all time alone. Leave him alone. You get out of here.
She's the type of woman that wants a happy Mother's Day because she has a dog. That's the type of woman she is. Fuck out of here. Nah.
I can see that.
No, but listen. This is Bill's fault. This is Bill's fault. You know what I mean? Now, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. This has come up more than one time in sports. This was a topic with Travis Hunter. This has been a topic with some players, some celebrities. We've seen Will Smith's downfall over Jada Pinkett. Like, you know, I don't know what's going on here. And guarantee, listen, as men, we all been in positions where we've gotten a female that may have been out of our league,
Yeah.
and we're up her ass, and we're just doing the wrong things.
Yep.
And granted, but you should know by now, especially Bill, dog. You are 70 something years old. You've been married. You got kids. What are you doing? You should be
Oh.
even more stubborn now.
Yeah.
If I'm 70 something years old and I got a 20 something year old girlfriend or whatever, how old young she is, she's like, oh, baby, I want to be at the facility. No. No. You want to be my assistant and help because that's what they say she does.
Yeah.
She helps with his everyday stuff. She helps with social media. He don't know how to use social media. So she runs the social media. You know what I'm saying? Great. Awesome. Stay your ass in the
Oh,
office. Stay your
please.
ass in the office. Why are you
Please.
on the field with me with your fucking windbreaker on, with your UNC windbreaker on, and a fucking notepad? You're running the offense? No. Get the fuck off the field. Or I'm leaving you. Then you're leaving me.
Good.
You're 70 years old. Your dick barely works probably. Like you're not laying the pipe down like that. What do you need her around for?
Oh,
Just for eye candy?
it
Come
is.
on,
That's what it
man.
is. That's
Yo,
what it
bro,
is.
I've been single, right? For a year. And granted, like I'm a relationship guy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I've been in too long. I've been in a relationship for 6 years, the first one,
Yep.
13 years, the second one. You feel me?
Yep.
But I've been single this long. You know why? We have to learn to be single.
Single. Yeah.
We have
You
to
gotta learn to
learn to be
appreciate yourself.
alone, men and
Yep.
female, not just men.
Yep.
You have to learn because you have to learn how to enjoy your own company.
Yep.
Because when you enjoy your own company and someone like this comes along trying to run your shit, you know to be like, I'm good being alone. I don't need this. Listen, baby, honey child, boo boo.
I
This is the
don't. I
game
don't need
plan.
that.
This is what we doing. This is what we doing. Listen, I'm a man, you're a woman. We give and take.
Uh,
We give and take, granted. But if this is a no, this is a no.
yep.
That's it. I'm not budging off this. And you can't allow this to happen. If I'm at my job, my girl's not coming to my fucking job.
At
To
all.
just stand there.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be at my job, pass me a soda, bitch.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Get the Uber. The Uber shit going off. Get the Uber. Go bag up the
Oh,
Uber. Do some of value. You're not gonna be sitting here. You know what I mean? So this is Bill's fault. You know what I mean? You
yeah.
gotta,
This is Bill's fault. Yeah.
yeah, you gotta have a girl. Listen, not saying you gotta dominate your woman. I don't believe that. Even though some guys do, you know what I mean? And some guys want that relationship. But as a man, your relationship, you have to lead. You know what I mean? And you have to be with a woman who's gonna allow you to lead.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Do you want a woman with suggestions? Of course. With her own
Yes.
brain? Of
Okay.
course.
Yep.
Because we're not always gonna be right.
Right. No, we
I've
need
been in
someone to
positions
check
where
us.
I'm like, yo, A, B, C, D, and a girl is going, no, how about EFG?
Oh, gee,
Oh
yep.
shit, I didn't see it that way. You know what?
Yep.
Yeah, let's go with
Yep.
that.
Yep. You need that.
So you need that. But at the same time, she has to know her place where you're the man, you gotta lead. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And if she don't understand that, you can't have her around. Because
Yep.
she's only gonna cause trouble.
Yeah, she's gonna make your players start resenting her because you're gonna make your staff start resenting you because everything you suggest is they're gonna know it's coming from her. Everyone needs a Savannah James. Listen, I have seen Savannah James on TV at a game 4 times.
Yeah.
LeBron's been in the league for 20 years. That's how much I've seen her. She stays out of the way. That's what you
Yeah.
need right now. This is Bill Belichick who yelled at Lawrence Taylor, and he can't tell this 25-year-old heathen to back the fuck up. Bill, what are you doing to me right now, bro? You the great. That's all. Like Scumbag McGee says, girl, I know you want, if you know you think it's best, give suggestions, but don't jump in the way. That's all we're just trying to say. Just let the man coach. God, wow.
And Bill, she's 25, you're fucking 80. How long was she really staying, bro? How long was she really staying?
She wants that will
Ah,
money, bro. She wants that will money.
bro.
She
How
wants
long
that
was she
will money.
staying?
He wants that
You
Will
doing
money.
all this what to be over in a year or two?
Mm-hmm.
Stop, bro. Stop. Stop.
Oh. Whew, okay. Now we move on to the best segment of the day. Pepper takes. And we starting off with another one. SNL did they got criticized for doing two bitches versus a gorilla skit. I didn't see the skit. I don't know. Did you see the skit?
Well, Kofi, if y'all don't know, that our executive producer, he's the one that does all the topics and
Oh.
everything. Appreciate him. He keeps us informed.
Yeah. Yeah,
He
because I
sends all
didn't
the
know this
shit
should
at
happen.
the chat, and I watch everything. I'll be honest. Um, but that one I couldn't even get through the first 30 seconds, bro. I couldn't even get through. It was so corny. It was so corny. I don't
Oh,
know. Was that girl Quinta Brunson?
yeah, I believe
I don't know
so.
what people seeing her. Granted, when she first started on the internet, and she had that, oh, he got money. Oh, he got money. That was funny. That was funny. But this whole thing where oh my god, she is so funny, and her fucking show. What's the show she got with the fucking Abbott Elementary?
Oh,
Like
yeah,
that's
yeah,
just
yeah,
a school version of The Office.
yeah, 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 yeah,
I
yeah.
don't understand the big fucking to do with the show. You know what I mean? And now here's the issue. When there's people to me, and listen, I'm big. I love comedy. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I
same.
watch comedy. I'm big on like the Eddie Murphys and Dave Chappelle's. Like we
Yeah,
could like
yeah,
if we having a comedy debate, I could debate that because
yeah,
I'm heavy in the comedy.
yeah, same.
Um, Now it's hard because now with Netflix and Hulu and everybody having all these specials, it's hard to keep up now.
Yep,
Because when I was growing up, you had it was hard to get a special.
yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like Eddie Murphy, think about it, how great he was. He only had two.
Deuce. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it was hard to get a special. I think what Martin has three or four,
Mm-hmm.
maybe. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't easy. And now it's like oversaturated. Netflix
Everyone's,
got 1,000 fucking special. I don't know half these motherfuckers on there. You know what I mean?
yeah, I'm like,
And yeah,
most of them not funny.
and a lot of these people are social media built.
Mm-hmm.
So the issue with that to me is to be a funny comedian, you have to actually be built through the streets in a
Yeah,
way. You know, granted, listen, I've seen Bill Burr talk about it. Like I watch almost every Bill Burr interview.
I love Bill Burr. That's my guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he doesn't look down on the internet comedians. Like, he applauds them because
yeah.
they're finding a way to get on actually almost faster than they did.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like these guys literally had to travel state to state.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And be in these shitty movies and shitty shows to get any kind of recognition. You know what I mean? Like when did Bill Burr become big? When he was like 45?
Before his time. Yeah, he was
Saying?
doing the bits for a minute, and he came out he went to the comedy lounge with like Patrice O'Neal. He worked with all them, and he still didn't get it. Patrice and then blew up before he did. So
Yeah.
it is
Yeah.
kind of crazy how long they take to bloom back in the day.
So, but the thing is with that is that you actually are funny
Mm-hmm.
because you find out this joke sucks, or
Mm-hmm.
work, and what you learn is that these comedians are acting a persona on
Yeah.
stage. 9
Yep.
to the 10, that's not them in real life. You
Nope.
know what I mean? Like Bill Burr comes off super angry, but they say he's not. He's like a sweetheart in real life. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And granted, he always says it like in interviews, like, oh, I have anger issues, but like it's over exaggerated in the
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
as his
Yeah.
act.
Yep.
So to get that act, it takes a long time to build that. You know
Yep.
what I mean? And I feel like a lot of these internet people don't take the time to build it.
Yep.
You have one funny skit, it goes viral. Now
You're
you
gonna
think you're
want
funny.
to. So
Now
you
you
think you're
now
gonna
you
do a
funny as
set? Yeah.
hell. And you're doing the same skit every fucking time. Da-da-da. Yo, you know how many internet dudes are not funny? They're not
all
funny to me.
at all.
Like that guy, Desi Banks. He's horrible. He's not funny. In the comments, yo, yo, laughing about you. Not funny. Like, yo, at one time, you know what was funny to me? Ha Ha Davis.
Yeah. He
At
lost.
one
He
time, he was
lost.
funny
Yeah,
to
he
me.
was. He was.
Now
Yeah.
he's doing the same
Same
shit.
skit.
It's
Yeah,
not
he's doing this
funny.
funny. Yeah.
You gotta go
Yeah.
back to the drawing board, but they
Yeah.
don't because they're fucking verified.
Okay, but yeah.
They're on every post they put up. is is getting blasted by Instagram.
Yep.
The comments have 8,000 comments. Everybody's cracking the fuck up. So I'm a hater now. I can't say nothing.
Yeah.
So so now just to preface all this, now you go to this girl Quincy Brunson. I think she even won a Grammy or Academy Award for Elementary. You know, so now she's like brought into the forefront as this next female comedian and da da da. And now you put her in these horrible SNL skits that are not funny.
SNL.
And then
Jesus.
since they're not funny, they're reaching into a realm that they're not comfortable in.
Yep.
Dave Chappelle could touch on race
Yep.
and do race shit and baited things, and it's funny. Eddie Murphy could act like an Italian and do racy shit. It's funny.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because they've been in rooms, most likely, where they did a racist joke and it didn't go over well.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
yeah. I had to go
can't-
back to drawing board.
I gotta bring that back. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So now they're trying to be funny when you're not funny, and then you're going into a realm of the racist kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Not funny. It's not funny. Like they were trying to act ratchet. Oh, yo, bro, that's 30 seconds. Oh, hell nah, gorilla. Oh, hell nah. Like, you weren't even doing it right. It wasn't funny. It wasn't funny. And then now you got your own people looking at you crazy. It was 100 man versus gorilla. That was the joke.
Yeah.
Right? You turned it racy. 2 black ratchet girls versus a gorilla. Now you made it into a race thing, which wasn't supposed to be.
Yeah.
But you did it to be funny. Now it's not funny and it looks corny and you look crazy now.
Yeah.
You look crazy now. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, listen, sometimes on these topics, I let you take the wheel because this is more, your people and shit like that. But, I grew up in the Bronx. I grew up around black people my whole life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, my whole life. They're all my friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know how y'all think. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I know y'all saw this and was like, come on.
I gotta watch this
Me and you talked about the Popeyes with the Don Julio.
Yeah. Oh god.
I knew it. I knew what everybody was thinking. You were like, what is this? This is crazy talk. What is going on here?
Like they really tried to sell that shit to
that shit ain't last, bro.
At all.
Y'all weren't going for that shit. Who's getting that? What person in their right mind is getting that shit? That's like me. I'm Puerto Rican. That's like Taco Bell having like, I don't know, like what? What's that shit? Jose Cuervo, some shit.
Huevos, yeah.
Yeah, like a Jose Cuervo meal. Yo, a fucking Corona Taco Bell meal. Fuck out of here, bro. I'm not buying that shit.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yo, nah, man. It's like, and it's sad because it's what generations are creating. Maybe I'm the old man on the lawn, you know what I'm saying, screaming from the porch, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like every genre, whether it's music, whether it's movies, whether it's comedy, whether it's who's great.
Yeah.
Where's the Denzels? Where's the Eddie Murphys? Where's the Jim Carreys? Where are these guys?
Yeah. The people
They
stick out.
don't exist. You can't, like right now, right? If it's not a superhero movie, right? Who are the movie stars suddenly, like Spike Lee's doing a new movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
The main character is Denzel. The dude's about to be 70. Where's the new dude? They literally had, rest in peace, Chad Boswick. He played 4 different dudes. He was Jackie Robinson, James Brown.
James Brown, yeah. James Brown,
he was Black Panther. He was 4 different guys. What is going on here, bro? You have nobody. Nobody. There's nobody.
Yeah.
You had Robert De Niro. You had Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Where are Tom Hanks? Where are these people? Where's Eddie Murphy? Where's Dave Chappelle? Where's fucking Martin?
Yep.
Jamie Foxx? Where are these guys? Where are they? They don't exist because the new greatness is money and clout.
Yep.
If you got money
Man,
and clout,
you good.
that's it. You made it.
Yeah.
You don't, why do I gotta be great for? I got the money, I got the clout. Why do I gotta lock
On my
myself in the
skill.
basement,
Yeah.
grow my beard out, and try and be great? You understand what these guys did to be great?
Yeah.
These motherfuckers was doing the most grueling shit to themselves that were unnecessary. Yo, they'll probably tell you, yo, to get ready for a show, I sat in the mirror for 7 hours straight and told
Yep.
my jokes. It's unnecessary, but it's necessary to be great.
Great. Yeah.
These guys aren't doing it. All they gotta do is turn the camera on, come up with a skit in 10 minutes, get 8,000 comments, and get a sponsorship from Ray Bans. They're good. They're
I
good.
will say the last one that I've seen that's from this new generation, Shane Gillis is funny. But
Yeah,
I feel like that because he's from, you can tell he learned from the Bill Burrs and all them and type of stuff like that. So his
yeah,
comedy comes from them. His comedy's a little dark. Like his comedy,
yeah,
like stuff that we were like. So I would say he's a sliver of hope, and I think there are comedians like that, but they're so not with the social media mark that you won't hear about them
yeah,
because you do have the Desi Banks, you do have the Ha Ha David, who just take up most of the platform, and the
yeah.
guys who are doing this shit, you're not gonna hear
But but
about them.
but but you know who's funny? Drewski's funny.
Yes, Drewski's
Drewski's
funny.
funny. His skits are funny. The he always makes you laugh with the what could have happened records
Yes,
when
yes,
he has the
yeah, yeah,
auditions.
yes,
Funny. But he knows his lane.
yes. Never
That's where
straight
he's
from him.
funny is at. You don't see him on stage trying to tell jokes.
Nope.
Same thing with my man Try Rags. He's
Say right.
hilarious to me.
Yeah, dark humor
But he's
is
not on
wild.
Wild and Out.
Nope.
He's not he does his fucking skits from his room.
Yep.
That's it.
That's it. I don't do nothing else.
So you could be in that realm and be funny in that realm.
Mm-hmm.
But when you try and go into the realm of writing shows, doing
Mm-hmm.
stand up, it's a whole different criteria.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And even someone like Shane Gillis, like I love Shane Gillis. Like Shane Gillis to me is almost like a white Kevin Hart,
Yeah.
where like Kevin Hart, I've seen interviews with Kevin Hart, hilarious.
He's funnier in his interviews
What
than
a
he is on the stage. Yeah.
one of the most funniest shit I've seen from Kevin Hart was Hot Ones, where he got the fucking where he ate the
Yeah.
wings.
Yeah.
He had me dying on that shit.
Yeah.
The way he was acting. You know,
Yep.
Shane Gillis, I've seen him on the Tony what's that guy? Kill Tony.
Yes.
He does that shit. He's funny. If he's doing interviews about on podcasts, he's funny.
Yep.
But when you're on that stage, it's different.
So
Kevin Hart's movies are trash. His stand-ups to me are not good.
Nah.
But if you get him in the room, like right now, if Kevin Hart was with us in the room right now doing this podcast with us, he'll have us pissing our pants.
Yeah. He's funny. He's a funny storyteller. Yep.
But if your fucking stand-up is a different animal,
Yeah.
it's a different and movies, it's a different animal.
Yep.
Different. Like, how many guys like Eddie Murphy could sit there and do Coming to America and do 5 different characters?
Yep.
That's a talent.
Yep.
That's hard. So, I don't know. I think, so all that to say, we just got to a whole rant about comedy in general, but all of that preferences into what this skit was.
Yeah.
And SNL's been trash for how long?
Yeah,
Trash.
SNL. Once they became what they are, their comedy was never gonna be what it is. It just sounds like microwave refresh. But I'll go see it just because I do see some people say it was funny. So I'm gonna go see it just so I can, and I'll get back and I'll text you
Yeah.
offline about it. But moving on, one more. We got 2 more pepper takes before we're gone, and we have a new pope. Pope Leo the 14th is the first ever American pope. I have not seen so many Americans turn religious in the last couple of days since I heard the announcement of Pope Leo. He went to Villanova, so you got Villanova fans saying like, "Yo, Knicks fans saying we're gonna win the championship." We got he's
No, I seen that.
from Chicago, so now
Yeah,
Americans are like waving guns and the flag while holding the gun. I'm like, I don't think that's what religion's about. Like, but what
yeah,
it is, what it is.
yeah,
Only Americans could turn this into a competition.
yeah,
Americans had turned the Pope being
yeah,
voted in into a competition. So, but shout out. It's a good thing to
yeah.
hear about. Like you said,
Shout out to him. First American Pope, definitely history.
yep.
So dope with that. As far as it being like a hierarchy for religious officials, who probably worked their whole life serving
Mm-hmm.
God. This is definitely an honor to him. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? He probably fucking cried when he got home. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So shout out to all that, but I just don't know what is the purpose of the Pope and the Vatican now and this day.
Mm.
There was a time where the Vatican was powerful
Powerful. Yeah, they were
back in
government.
medieval times. Like the kings and queens went to Vatican and asked them what to do.
Yep.
Where the Pope was like, "Listen, you're gonna run it like this, and you're gonna do this."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Pope, got you.
Yep.
And at one time, that's what they were there for.
Mm-hmm.
Now, maybe I have to look it up. Maybe I have to read more into it. But
Yep.
what do they really do?
They're more of a figurehead at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and figurehead for what? Like, I mean, I wish, you know what I mean? Like, there's no knock to them. I wish maybe it was in a more religious world where
Yeah.
the Pope could maybe step in, like they say Syria, Iraq's at war, or whatever. The
Yeah.
Pope could go in and negotiate, and they'll listen.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The Pope could go to North Korea right now and tell them, chill, and go to Russia and Ukraine and
Yep.
tell them chill, and they'll listen. I wish we lived in that world. You know what I mean? But we don't.
Nope. Ain't our world
So
now.
his power is limited, very limited.
Yep.
There's not much he could do. And it's more of a thing where, like you said, it's more of like a mascot at
Yep.
this point. Like, when the Catholic Church goes to, let's say, let's go to New York. And he's in that little bubble in the car going,
Yeah.
everybody say, yay.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he does. Hey, yeah. And he goes to the church and he goes, and he goes home and that's it. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, shout out to him though. I'm sure. Like I said, that's a big deal to him. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Definitely. They had the Pope draft. You know what I mean? Where the popes were going up there like then. They got the fucking, they're putting their stats up and shit. Like this
Yeah.
Pope
Yeah.
went here for 20 years and you know what I mean? So big deal for them, and congratulations to him. So that's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah. Nothing too much to say. Pope Leo, I hope you have a good reign. I don't really know what you're gonna reign over, but I hope you reign some more Catholic priests in, but that's a whole nother discussion for another day. And we're
Yeah.
moving on to the last topic. It is
Yeah,
Mother's
matter of
Day.
fact, yeah, work on that. Work on that, Pope Leo. Get to work on that. How's that?
That's what I was
Yeah,
saying. I'm
that's
like,
a
hey,
good point right there. Very,
maybe you need to work
yo,
on that.
sounds like you got a good point on that.
You need to
Every
work on
Pope,
that.
what are you doing? You're waving your hand around. You're in the fucking bubble. You're doing this shit. What are you doing with your friends touching kids? Do something about that.
Yeah, rein
Tackle
that
that
one in.
issue. You know what
Rein
I'm
that.
saying?
That's what you need to rein in.
It just for real. Well, go ahead. Last one. What's the last one?
Oh, we got Happy Mother's Day. I'm probably gonna spend some time with my mom today. Do you have any fun stories you want to share about your mom?
Yeah. Unfortunately, my mom's not with me no more.
Mhm.
So a little tough today. But it's been about, I believe, 2-3 years already. So everyone out there who has their mother with them, make sure you cherish her. Make sure you spend as much time with her as possible because it's life.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We're ain't gonna be here forever. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be in a position where our kids are gonna just be like, "Damn, my pops ain't
Hmm.
around no more. My mom ain't around no more." You know what I'm saying? So it's just a testimony on my part. So, if mom's here with you. Even if y'all on bad terms, you know what I'm saying? Reconciliate as much as possible.
Yeah.
Um, just just my take on it. But man, how many fucking stories? I'm trying to think of a. All right, I think that this is what this one was. This is more of a story where I got my ass kicked though. So one time, my cousin, he had a toy I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So we're playing with it, blah blah. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna steal this shit, put that shit in my pocket, and I went home, whatever. So me being stupid, my plan was to go to my mom and be like, "Oh look, I forgot to give this back to Raymond. Oh, I guess I have it now, bro." I went in and said, "Oh, look what I stole from Raymond." Like it just came out,
Yeah.
bro. My mom was like, "Crank." Made me call my cousin. Made me call my aunt and apologize. I'm on the phone like,
Oh God, dude.
we
Yeah.
got a million of those stories.
Yeah.
Of getting my ass kicked, you know what I'm saying, fucking up. But my mom was more of like a pushover though. Like she didn't really put her hands on me like that.
Yeah.
And my mom was always the type to like, when I came over, like, oh, sit down, I will cook you
Yeah.
something. Da da da.
Yeah.
You hungry, yo? Her and my grandmother the same way. Like, oh, you know what? I got this sweater. Oh, da da da. I leave out the
Yeah.
house with
Yeah.
a bag of clothes and
Mm-hmm.
a bag of leftovers. My grandma's throwing me
Yep.
oranges. My mom's giving me bananas. Then,
Yep.
oh, yo, we have leftovers from yesterday. It's fucking styrofoam plates and shit, all type of shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
My grandma just moved to Florida.
Oh.
But last time I seen her over here, she gave me an air fryer out of nowhere. Like, oh, here's the air fryer. I'm like, what the fuck? Mad
That's
random and
mom's.
shit.
That's mom's for you, bro.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my God.
but yeah, but yeah, man. I don't know if you have a funny story about your mom.
My mom is like, I always, anytime I have a girl, I'm like, yo, my mom's like the main boss of of a video game. You got to
Yeah,
collect all the pieces and do the side quests before you're ready to meet her. Cause
yeah,
my mom's, my mom's, she's hilarious, but she's a force. Like,
yeah,
it's a force. Like, one time, my mom hit me up. She was like, yo, I bought you these pants. I didn't ask for pants. I was like, oh, thanks, mom. Like she's like, oh yeah, man, you owe me $35. Wait, I was like, wait, what? I didn't even want you to buy me the pants. She's like, yo, don't worry about it. Just send me the money.
yeah,
I'm like, I didn't ask for the pants. I didn't want the pants. She's like, yo,
yeah.
just send me the money when you get the chance. I was like, yo, this is how this is how a boss moves. Like, yo, I, I've never
Damn.
seen some shit like that. Like, yo, dead ass. Like, but she's caring. Like, like she's just one some person who just tell you how she feels. She was like, I'll be like, yo, mom, how you feel? Like, my mom, great. Like her friends will call me. They'll be like, yeah, like your mom's so great. And back in the day, I used to give my mom my mom's number. Mom, be on the phone. Like, yeah, I see you. Get off the phone. I fucking give that bitch my number. Wait,
That's how it is, bro.
you
Yeah,
just got off the phone with her. I thought she was cool. Nah, don't give her my number like that. So now I've learned anytime anyone I call my mom, yo, do you know this person? Yeah, is it okay? They want your number. Okay, okay. Yeah, now you
yeah,
can get a number. Outside of that, I don't give people my mom's number, bro. She just taught me. She taught me a lot of things. But that's also to the point of you don't want too many people in your business. So I kind of understand that. You don't want people
yeah,
too much people calling you. So I
yeah.
respect that. It's funny, but it's a life lesson. But yeah.
But yeah, man. Shout out to all the mothers out there. Definitely ain't easy. I
Yep.
was there. My baby moms gave birth. That shit is wild. Tell you that right now. It's a
Mm-hmm.
whole wild experience. You know to respect women more when you see
Yep.
them go through a
Well,
pregnancy and give birth.
ooh, yeah.
And the
Nah, I wish my
sacrifices the
brother.
good mothers make. 'Cause, there's some shitty moms out there.
Yep.
Whatever. Being, but the good moms out there that make the sacrifices for their kids. Make a sacrifice for their families. You know what I'm saying? Come home, cook every day, make the house, have the house clean, have everybody's clothes clean. On top of that, go to work, and on top of that, look good. smell good, nails done, hair done. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? That's just a testimony to what women bring
Yep.
to this world. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And a small thing that they bring to this world because they bring a lot. Even though sometimes they piss me off, but it is what it is.
Yeah, you gotta live. You gotta live
Yeah,
with that.
you
You
gotta
know,
learn.
women.
You gotta learn to live. What's this shit? You can't live without them, or some shit like
Yeah.
whatever that thing's called.
Can't live without them. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, shout out to all the moms out there. Hope y'all enjoy your day. Hope y'all got your flowers. Hope you got your
Yep.
presents.
Get everything you deserve.
Yeah, for real. And that's about it, man.
Yeah.
We spent an hour 25 minutes in here. Usually we don't spend that long in here, but the chat was at 111 right now, 112.
Jeez.
Yeah, we got a lot of comments too, so I was a little more long-winded with my answers.
Mm-hmm.
A little more entertaining for y'all.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I
We
mean?
we bringing the content for you guys. We got the more
Yeah, yeah. I
topics.
try to be a
Shout
little
out to
more
Kofi.
entertaining for y'all today. So,
Yeah.
but most of the time when we don't take this long for the podcast, but
Yeah.
um, yeah, appreciate y'all tuning in this whole time. Appreciate it. Oh, this is
Mm-hmm.
going every week, bro.
Yep.
Every week we had 60 something last week. Now we had 111. I think one week we almost had 200 one time. It was
So,
wild. So appreciate more comments I'm seeing
yep.
now. People commenting. So appreciate you guys tuning in, man. We've
Stream
been
today.
religiously most of the time every week we've been here. We skip
Yep.
some weeks,
Oh
you know,
yeah.
if you're on vacation, or I think
Yeah.
Kofi one time, you know, he
Yeah.
was busy, he couldn't come with the topics, you know. But for the most part, we've been on it.
Yep.
We've been on
And
it.
now you see, now I got the little timer and I got like the link for it. Like
Yeah.
we getting some more people in here. That's what we want. And now we got some comments. We get some people to join us for some pepper takes. You know, like they give us a little opinion on pepper take.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just thinking, just to get
Word.
more
But yeah,
viewers
once
on here.
again, before we go, PGN Pod on TikTok, PGN Pod on Instagram and
Instagram.
Twitter.
Yep.
Bringing the Real TV is where you can see.
Mm-hmm.
You want to rewatch this? Bringing the Real TV, we have that. And yeah, you can follow me. I have it on. But Kofi retweets it on PGN Pod.
Yeah,
But
PGN Pod. Yeah,
you can see
the
on the
reels.
top there, Model Official on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you want to watch the show live on Twitter, that's my Instagram. Talk to me on Instagram. We all accessible. You know what I mean? We all accessible. So appreciate y'all. Enjoy your Mother's Day. And deuces. See y'all next week.
All right, we out.